in a minute, but they wanted that, didn't they, Arsenal? And they needed that.
They did. I mean, obviously the reverse fixture at the start of the season, there's a lot of fire in their belly today, I felt. And at times you feel like players don't care and they don't connect with the fans, but they absolutely connected today, the performance, I felt. It was incredible. It really was. Maybe flattering, but like I say, it's really important for them to connect with that fans, because it means so much right now. Because the Emirates at times, it's been a bit stale, but I felt like today Arsenal they needed it, 100%.
They were all up for it. Fire and intensity can only get you so far, though.
Well, when it's paired with real intelligent tactical nous, it's very dynamic and difficult to play against. I thought their defensive plan in all aspects was outstanding, and it gave them the platform to go on and make the chances they did and be so clinical. Look, there's different aspects to defending. You have to be brave early in the game, high risk, go and press, make them uncomfortable, go and win the ball back. Did it brilliantly. High line at the back, midfielders ready to pounce. We saw City make a few errors last week, not as confident as we've seen them in recent seasons, of course. A little bit of nerves, and then they jump. Good from Trossard, who was outstanding. In fact, they all were. And Havertz makes the right choice, and they go a goal up. And then, times in the game, you've got to be patient, you've got to be composed. They're happy to sit deep. Two central midfielders, Rice dropping in to help Partey at times. Positional play was great. Not rushing, not diving in, marking your men, going with runners. They're good at that, Arsenal. We've seen that many, many times. The third aspect is hunting in packs, winning the ball back when you have transitions. Did that as well as I've seen them do it all season. Then going back to mix your game up. Odegaard setting the tone, pressing again, nice and high. Look at the energy. And then people follow. I mean, Rice is one of the best in the country at this. That's why he likes him playing a bit further ahead at times. A fantastic tackle, and it should be 2-0. So it wasn't 10 minutes of press and then 10 minutes of sitting back. It was varying their game up. Again, this is the recovery runs I'm talking about after losing the ball. 3 of them, 4 of them. Tremendous energy and communication needed to get that right. Again, this is still in the first half. City trying to get back in the game. You've got the wide men dropping in, helping out. You've got everybody in position, happy to sit in and let them have some possession. Win the ball back. Not only win the ball back, good quality when they played out. Broke out really nicely. Second half, City came out, as we know, started well. Again, there's that shape. But watch Havertz. Here's your centre forward. Look where he is. Look at that desire, that willingness to help his team. And then when he's won it back,
they're off, aren't they?
They're off. Great energy, desire to get forward. Fitness as well. Played a lot of games, these lads, and they just overpowered City in the second half. Partey, again, high up the pitch, taking a risk, gets the interception. Yes, City were poor. We know that. They made some bad errors. Get a bit of fortune with the deflection there. But when it went to 2-1, I mean, they just completely ran all over City and dominated them. Look at this. Late in the game, couple of goals ahead, not content, not happy. Spirits are up, and look at Gabriel there.
She's centre-half up there.
Yeah, but you know why it means so much to him after the previous
encounter. And there were a couple of things that you said there about them mixing it up, and it wasn't 10 minutes of one thing here and 10 minutes of another thing there. So that's the in-game intelligence of the players to read each situation.
Yes, and that's really difficult to do, because sometimes when you get a lead, it's easy for everyone to drop back and stay in there. Somebody has to be controlling that. I know Odegaard is one of the best at setting the press for them. They missed him terribly when he wasn't there, but that was as complete a performance from Arsenal I think I've seen this season. And if they carry on like that, you know, Liverpool got to be a little bit careful, only a little bit.
OK, I'll come back to that in a minute, if we've got time to do that. Let's deal with the Arsenal kids then. And look, to go back to that game 4 months ago, most people watching will know that Miles Lewis-Skelly at the end of that game was questioned, who are you? There may have been another couple of words in there. He proved who he was today.
He did. I mean, Mikel Arteta, in his interview there, said about bravery and personality. And I've seen, you know, Lewis-Skelly and even Ranieri up very close. But Lewis-Skelly today was just typified the performance of, you know, how to work defensively, attacking the ball, strong, composed. Typified it there and managed him really well, because he's been involved in the first team for a period of time, but he's been taken away. But now he's just playing with that, like Mikel said there, personality and freedom. And, you know, he had a few minutes on the pitch, but a lot of people were quite surprised A lot of people were quite surprised he didn't start the game as well with the performance he's had up until now. But look, his intent was there straight away, and this is the personality of freedom, which Mikel was saying about that. He's not afraid of anything. He wants to affect the game, you know, cause and draws people in here, and look, he's confident, wants the ball out wide. Fantastic ball with Declan Rice, and we're seeing a lot of this now. Inverted wingers, and he already knows he's celebrated. It's a great finish, but you know, it's one of those where when you're weeping with so much confidence, everything seems to go in, and he's a player that Arsenal rate very highly.
And you were saying when we were talking about this earlier, you know, you've been around the place. They have, for young players, they have an aura about them. It's not an arrogance, but it's a confidence that they already belong in this first-team environment.
Absolutely. I mean, I was with them in pre-season, and just seeing him around the environment, he's already got that presence about him, that not standoff, fearful. You know, in your dressing rooms, when you see some players and they've got a presence about him, already at 17, 18, he had that. And I mean, it comes from the manager and the environment and the players.
To allow them to belong.
Exactly, but without being too cocky or too arrogant about things. So it just shows he's got a very level-headed environment for him to be in, and you can just see the smiles there of him right now at the stadium. It's fantastic to see.
For Manchester City, it's another result, maybe not necessarily a performance at times, but another result that adds to their defensive woes this season.
Well, they've gone out and bought two young, potentially very good centre-halves this window for a reason. They're very aware of their defensive deficiencies. Of course, there's the Rodri absence, which is a huge factor. We know that. But he's obviously not happy with the level of the defending, the ones he's got. Hence the buying of two more. So,
do you think also opponents are being less reverential in how they play against City, and therefore they are going to press them? They are actually going to try and win the ball off.
Inevitably, the belief grows in the opposition when you do your video analysis the week leading up, or you see what's happened. You're watching football. That is certainly a factor. The fear's gone a little bit for teams.
Let's take a look at the league table as we bring it back. Danny was very keen to bring it back to the title race. As he said, it feels like that was the kind of game that Arsenal aren't going to win the title with that kind of game, but it's the kind of game that could have very easily seen a lot of discussion about them being out of the title race. I
mean, it was so important. They had to win. You know, in previous years, Man City, of course, going for the title, they could afford to, you know, get a result, obviously make sure City aren't too far away from them, but they had to win today and actually put a statement performance. I mean, Liverpool are, at this moment in time, playing at some level. You know, I think we're quite distant, me and you right now, away from each other. But
it's very rare that you get games like this, afternoons like this. How much did you enjoy that personally watching it?
Watching it during the game, so maybe at the end a little bit more than usual. But yeah, it's a great day for us, for the result, for the manner that we've done it, and especially against the level of the opposition that we played today.
And then also just being clinical, because I think you've been criticised in the past for not being clinical enough, but you took chances.
Yeah, to beat them in the manner that we've done, a lot of things have to go your way. You know, we were very aggressive. We play with a lot of courage, with and without the ball, and our high press, where the limits are really, really thin. They scored a goal, should have scored another one. Clearly, and after one, even if you want it, they are that good that sometimes you just have to stay deep and defend deep and suffer and enjoy those moments as well. And we had a bit of luck in certain moments, and then we had the opportunity. I think we were, you know, our intentions, our aggression with the ball, how we wanted to hurt them, and the way we finished the actions, exceptional.
Sam, take one. To win like that against a team like Manchester City, where does that rank in your achievements for Arsenal, your best days?
I don't know. Just enjoy the day. I think it's something that we will learn from as well, and understand still that a lot of things have to go your way to win in that manner. One of the main things, again, to create the unbelievable energy that we created in the stadium. I mean, we cannot waste 1 minute without playing with that, because I think infects the team, transforms the team, and it makes it really difficult for the opposition. And then that for the players to believe that we can compete against anybody in our day when we play at that level, and individually and collectively we compete at that level. And I think it's going to be very helpful for the future.
After the first goal, Gabriel celebrated in Haaland's face. When Miles scored, he celebrated doing the Haaland celebration. How much do you think the game in September had an impact on this?
I don't know. I haven't seen that, and it's nothing that I want to discuss about that. So that's down to the players, but they know my view on it, and we have to focus on us.
Amy, Athletic.
Hi, Mikel. Just want to take you back to quite a long time ago, just before you were Arsenal manager, when you were here with Man City and won 3-0 on a freezing cold night. That kind of swing, to go from there, where it felt, people called it a non-contest, to being able to dominate in the way that you did and create such a big scoreline against Man City. Do you feel that there's something in the psychology of the team is changing, that they feel they can do that now, and what it brings them going forward?
Well, I think your emotional state, I think in any sport at this level, it's crucial. It's how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the team, the confidence, the trust in your ability, and how you are looking at your position. And that took some years as well, and a lot of good decisions. But it's down to the players that when they play with that tenacity, it's because they believe that that they can win and they can face to face the opposition, you know. And that's the best thing. After the outcome, you can win or lose because both teams are really good. But what I like is the attitude.
Did you tell them at half-time to go for it a bit more, because it was a more cagey first half?
Yeah, but I think you want it, and we have great moments in the first half. You really want it, but they are that good that they can't. In the second half, they wanted certain things and we didn't allow them to do it as well. And you have to navigate. There's a lot of micro games within the game when you play this kind of opposition, and you have to be happy to be in each phase of that game. If not, you don't win it, I think.
Tom for Bologna. Hi, Mikel. Less than 2 years ago, Miles Lewis-Skelly scored an FA Youth Cup goal against Manchester City to win the game. It's been quite a rise since then. What was your emotions like when that ball from him hit the back of the net?
I wasn't expecting it. I was talking, by the way, today with one of our staff members about that, you know, that he needs to thread more in the final third when he gets in this position. And Ricky did it the other day against Wolves and scored. And our fullbacks now generating this kind of things. The same with Julian. He adds threat. He adds a different problem to the opposition. So great.
It's fair to say the fans got a huge boost off the back of that. I think they get an even bigger boost if tomorrow was also a good day. Are you hoping tomorrow will be a really good day?
I don't know. My phone is being off with transfer window, forbidden to call me, to text me about any of that. My focus was that that's the best preparation we can have for Wednesday, and that was the only thing I was interested in.
James, CBS. Another one on Miles. You mentioned tenacity there. It felt like he, as an 18-year-old, was almost setting the tone for that. Could you reflect a bit on his character as well as his performance?
That's on him, you know. He's been nurtured in the academy. He's got it inside him. He feels it, and he's very good at expressing it as well. And some players struggle with that. He does it in every action. He does it with his body language. He does it with his facial expression, how he lives the game, and then with the ball, because he takes it and he wants to make things happen. He takes risk. He takes initiative, and at his age, that's not easy to see.
Such a dream having so many talented young players coming through that. ALN, you had Bakaya when you arrived, now you've got Ethan, Miles, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a lot of work that has to be done in the academy, a lot of people that have contributed to that, and hopefully they are really, really proud, because big part of their success is a lot of people that has been in that process.
James, ESPN.
Mikel, just going back to Sam's question about the players mimicking Haaland, you said in your answer that the players know your view on that. What is your view?
We have to focus on us and to leave in anything that happened. It's just part of the game on the pitch, and Sefini, whatever happens there. I think I've been in football a long time. Just leave it. There is nothing there to do.
Because we've seen you know, in the Amazon documentary, we've seen you use comments from opponents in the past in your team talks. You didn't do that with what Haaland was saying before this one.
No.
Okay, last couple now. Isan, Daily Mail.
What are your thoughts on Raya's performance? Obviously pulled off 2 great saves. How crucial were they? And the moments in the game, obviously.
That's when we talk that a lot of things have to go your way, you know, and in those moments you have to be very efficient. You need a bit of luck. You need an individual action. We had it all today. That's why probably the result reflects that distance, because a lot of things go our way today.
And this season, you've given quite a few opportunities to both Ethan and Miles. What is it about them that made you obviously put the faith in them initially, and they've obviously gone and paid dividends? What was the impetus for that?
That I believe in them, that we believe in them. That when I put them next to the boys, they feel that with them they are as good or better, you know, and that's really, really important. And that they play with a lot of purpose, and they play it really to contribute and to make things happen. That's what I like about both of them.
And finally, Nick, back.
Hi, Mikel. Pep said that the third goal was the one that really sort of killed them, but
if Thomas Partey hadn't scored that second goal so quickly after they came back, it could have been a very different game, do you think?
Yeah, that's another thing that went our way because emotionally, I think that was a turning point. We reacted so quickly, had a bit of luck in that action, and they set the tone for the team in the stadium as well to go and win the game. And then, yeah, after that, I think the team took a different level, growing confidence, they started to control the game much better and dominate certain areas much better, and we went and win it from there.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
After the game, so the performance was unacceptable in the last 30 minutes. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I'm agree with him.
What did you make of the game and where did it go wrong?
Well, it's not a start like the Chelsea game. In the beginning, it's not easy, but we react really well. We give away another chance that Havertz missed. But after that, we played the game, I think, in a high level and in the level that we can be. And after the momentum shift in 2-3 minutes, so the 1-1 to 2-1, and the circumstances, it was not for the pass. I would say the pass was not good, but the decision to do that pass was perfect because we could run with Omar, with Savio, with Erling there, but unfortunately break it. And after deflection, and you can lose 2, 3, 4, but the last 20 minutes, what we have done during 60-65, we have not done it, and that's why what has happened. We don't have defense, so we have a plan, and we didn't do it because they have pride, because they want to solve it, but that's not the way. Always you have to be in that level, you have to be, serious and stick what we talk. Unfortunately, it happened, and hopefully we can learn the lesson for the future.
There have been a few times in the last few months, obviously, where you've had a difficult situation like a final game, or the derby, or PSG, or Brentford. What's the players' reaction been like the next time you've seen them? Have they come back well? Have they been low? And what are you expecting from them?
Well, United is different. We were Bandashki equalized, and listen, if you tell me we equalized 1-1 and the next 50-20 minutes have been a disaster, we defend deep or we are not good, you're right. But it's no time, not even settled, and we concede the second. And it's difficult to swallow for the players, because we live many times. So
that's what I mean, sorry, in terms of their reaction after the game, the next days.
No.
No, not during the match, afterwards. How have they reacted from these kind of setbacks in the last few months? What do you expect from it this time?
No, but listen, against setbacks, so if there's a shoot, there's deflection, it happened. There's another deflection of first half, then Raya save, and this season sometimes it happens. It's just that it doesn't matter what happened. We can lose, I don't know the result, huge result against. You have to continue to do what you have to do. That is when it's stable. We cannot. Against good teams, about teams, we knew, I'm going to solve it in that way. So we are not used for that, and especially with the result, and they grew up emotionally, they're confident that we'll play the ball that didn't have for 60 minutes. They grew up, we allowed the spaces that we want to avoid it, to have this control and these places in between the lines, and that's why the last 20 minutes is only I have the feeling at home. Of course, we lost 3 points, the result is huge and it's disappointed, I know, but the feeling is why I've done it in the last minutes, 20-25, what we have done 60 minutes, really good. And this stadium always difficult. I know Arsenal here, the amount of chances they have, didn't create much, I would say. We give away the first goal and they give another one for Havertz. We defend really well the set pieces. The commitment for the player was extraordinary in all senses. But the last 20 minutes, we fell down. And that is only, reflect and talk with the players and hopefully not happen again.
The last 20 minutes and the way it happened, do you think that because the season has been so tough that when things start to go against the players that they become quite fragile?
Yeah, it can be fragile. It's human beings. It happen many times, can be fragile, but you have a duty you have to do it. So, and we didn't do that.
You've seen your team in those key moments, managing those key moments and getting through, whether it's 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and they don't seem to be able to kind of drag themselves through those really tough moments and come out the other side.
Yes, but what I said, we can learn, and always there are a margin to get better. So, of course, it's difficult, you know, when you lose 5-1, it's no defense, it's my feeling. I'm here expressing, but the game was well played. So Arsenal here is amount of games. I know how many teams defend deep all the time during 90 minutes. And we were there, we dropped them a lot, and we have the composure to play. But yeah, it's difficult the second, but I think the third one, you know, it affect us, and we stopped to do what we have done during 60 minutes.
Okay. Can I just ask you, I mean, it's the first time that you've conceded 4 or more goals.
Good.
You know, 4 times in a season.
This time happened many times, the first time in my life.
Well, I know, but it's just so unlike, you know, it's just so unlike you because you've been so successful throughout your career. What can you know, what can you turn it round? What can you put it down to?
It's happened, it's football. Always can happen to me too. So I'm not unique, so there's a lot of goals that happen, but I'm sad, it couldn't be more. It's not about that. So I'm a sport man and accept the defeats in a natural way, like I'm so calm and relaxed when we win. It's just for the fact that we didn't do it. That is only a feeling. When I read, but it's happened. So I don't like it. I'm a little bit sad, but it's just to continue. Now we have a long week. We prepare the FA Cup and the games against Madrid, Newcastle, Madrid, Liverpool, and so on, and learn from that again. So the players say, they play in the back. I know they want to do it, you know. Happened in Chelsea with Kusa, now today with Manu and Stefan. But unfortunately it happened. But the alternative is long ball. Yeah, Luo happened when the long balls. They come back quicker. And they had more chances when the ball came back. So, and at the end it's not easy because Arsenal is really good. The physicality, the tempo, they make the pressing. It happened for many, many times. And today Kova, Bernardo, and Omar in the first half, they keep the ball. They were really, really good in that situations. But yeah, I don't know. We have to talk about because in the future we'll have games like it's knockout, like Madrid, for example, or other games like. Always you have to be stable. I have to continue to do because the bad moments will pass, and after we can take the game again. So this is a lesson for me as a manager to try to do it, and it happened. So it's in long career, 40 years, the first time concede 4 or more. So that means during 40 years have been really good. So sometimes happen. Unfortunately, happened today, and we will learn for the future.
And what did you make of some of Arsenal's goal celebrations today? Is that just part of the game?
Sorry?
What did you make of some of Arsenal's goal celebrations today? Is that just part of the game or reflection?
What happened?
Well, just emulating what, you know, Ireland did, you know, celebration and, you know...
Oh, I didn't see. They didn't do that? That's good. That's good. So emulate the Ireland celebration. They have done it. Oh yeah?
Did it, and then basically the Gabriel after your first goal time.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you guys.